I will never forget the story a church member told me. Very interesting story. He said when he was growing up, for some reason, he had an uncle who used to tell him that louvers were expensive. And he says he heard it so much. Hey, louvers are very expensive. Louvers are those days, we used to use wooden louvers. Those of you who are a bit older. And the glass louvers with the glass frame is very expensive. So he grew up believing that louvers are very expensive. He didn't ask the price, but he was told his louvers is expensive. You don't just go and buy louvers, so you don't buy louvers. So he said he rented a house. And the house didn't have louvers. It was open window, and there were no louvers. But he was doing business. He was making some little money, selling things here and there, and he was making money. But he was told louvers were expensive. So he never fixed the louvers. So he had rubber coverings on the louvers. He says when it rains, the rain will come in and beat him and his wife and children in the house. He was endangering his wife, endangering his children because louvers are expensive. So he said one day it had rained like that and the water had come into his house, his sitting room. And a friend came to the house. He said, why is there water here? He says, well, the rain brought the water. He said, put some louvers there. He said, no, louvers are expensive. Louvers are very expensive. And the guy said, what do you mean louvers are expensive? Your business, you are doing well. He even had a car. He had managed to buy a car, but he can't buy louvers. Believe me, words are very powerful. Words are dangerous. And his friend said to him, what do you mean louvers are expensive? So the friend went to bring a carpenter. The carpenter came, took measurements, and then went to calculate and gave him the bill. And this is what he told me. He said he saw the bill and started crying. He said, I've been a fool all my life. I've put myself in danger. I've inconvenienced my wife, my children, simply because somebody drummed it in my head when I was young. Louvers are expensive. He was living in a family house and they used to fight about louvers. And that's where he got the idea. He didn't check the price, but he was wearing the garment of poverty. You can be rich and wear the garment of poverty.